Okay. This thing is pressed.
All right.
That tip podcast. Stay up on the tip.
How's everybody doing? Thank you for tuning in today. Got a very special episode today. What's up?
Like you were asking that like there's an audience here.
There's an
versus
audience right there.
asking
What you
us, the
talking
people
about?
that like.
Yeah, that's a responsive question. How y'all doing?
Okay. My bad, guys. How you guys doing today?
I'm doing all right, man.
Yeah.
I'm doing okay.
You all right? Yeah. How about you, man?
I'm good.
You know, for the audience out there, I know you recognize three faces, but we got one extra here today that you may not know. You may know. This is Khalil Nasim. How you doing, man?
I'm well, bro.
Well, thank you for coming on today. Really appreciate that.
I'm honored, bro.
So I'm gonna just kick it off, just asking a couple simple questions. Where
And
you
we're
from?
going straight. We're going generic right now. That's not really
We
us.
just had like the best conversation off mic.
Yeah, we did have some good conversation. We talk about licking people all over and soft kisses.
Okay. There's some context to that, though.
Yeah.
Let's see.
This the danger of taking shit out of
Like-
context. Got me looking all type of crazy.
Really much danger
My
is
mama
when there's
probably gonna see this shit.
exactly more danger because there's three guys and one woman. You know, it's just like
But it's all positivity. It's all positivity. Okay, so what's up with that what is it called? That
lick me all over.
Lick me
Lick
all
me
over
all
body,
over?
but I went to the black flea market today in Raleigh. That they have in Moore Square, and one of the vendors that they had out there was selling body butter, and me and my homeboy bought some. He bought one called Blue Sage, and we smelled a couple of them. They had like lemongrass, pineapple, and some shit. But I saw one called Lick Me All Over. I'm like, there's no way I'm leaving here and I'm not buying this.
He's like, I'm
So-
getting licked.
Yeah.
Some way.
Yeah. So, I copped it. It wasn't even that expensive. Me and my homeboy got to. And so yeah, I'm happy about that.
He when he gets home, full effect. Just like
I might not even make it home.
See, I like. Well,
sounds dangerous.
yeah, that's. I guess
Okay.
everything's a possibility, but see, usually I go generic. Like I use like Cetaphil for my skin if I put lotion on. I was actually saying that I don't think I put enough lotion on, but
You said Cetaphil?
yeah.
Should sound like medicine.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
It low-key is though, because it helps
It's like Vaseline?
extremely dry skin. But that's why I use it, because
It's like Vaseline.
not really. I mean, it has the same consistency as like any other lotion.
Any other lotion?
Well, like you know the pump tops, where like
Okay.
I don't even know how to describe. It's kind of creamy.
How much is it?
But it's like $12. That shit is expensive. But it helps. It helps your skin if it's really dry.
Oh wait, no. I know what you're talking about.
It's like a green and white bottle.
Yeah.
Wait, can I shout out brands on this, or is that like
Yeah,
are they
I
gonna
mean-
sue me for even mentioning their name?
By saying we're using their product.
Well, okay.
Well, if we shout out our product, I want to shout out my black-owned body butter. It's in my bag though. It's
Drake, can we
yeah, you can look through there, bro.
Yeah, and then we can send this to them, and then they'd be like, "Oh, we were talking about you. You know, send us some
Yeah,
stuff."
that'll.
Maybe.
that
Nice
was a
catch.
Soul Sister.
Oh, athletes in here.
Soul Sister Body Essentials. Lick me all over body butter. Yo, I'm telling you, they say organic, vegan, and cruelty free. Don't play with yourself. Go get you some of that.
Or get it so you can play with yourself. He like, damn, that's deep.
Get it so you can play with yourself. A kid said that. Not me.
You
we
faking
used a little
it.
bit of. You want to try some, bro? You welcome to try some.
It actually did completely transform my hands.
It's crazy.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy.
It
my
is.
man just gave y'all the testimony. It's crazy.
He like, damn, I want to be licked too.
I got a glow now.
That's
So-
right.
I mean, when you put that stuff on, you realize how ashy it actually was.
Yeah.
Like, damn, where did the ash come from?
So I think I'm gonna just hold this now for the rest of the show.
What else did you get? You got something for it's like
Yep. I got
Chapstick?
some infused. You right. I got this shit in my pocket like an old man. Fitting all my shit in my pockets. Ignore my broke ass phone case.
So you bought chapstick but not a new phone case?
Well, one is significantly more expensive than the other. We got the Risen Lotus infused hydrating lip oil. that I also got. The nigga at the booth
Damn, flash that for
didn't want to sell me the one with the rose petals in it, and I'm kind of hot about that. But I still got this one. And got castor oil, grapeseed oil, coconut oil, vitamin E, peppermint oil, and lavender oil in it. So that's crazy.
You gonna let Antwon try that?
Nah,
that was a little more personal.
it's a personal bottle. Let's see. I give y'all the real on time. You know what I'm saying? It looks like body oil, still cap, I guess. I don't know. You just put it on like that. It's crazy because you can like feel the peppermint oil right away.
Devin, see if you can feel it.
Man, I'm gonna need you to stand in the corner just for like 3
She
minutes. Really, off the bat. That's
Trying to give y'all what y'all want, people.
This is what y'all came to see. So,
I'm just a rough.
But yeah. So
Hey, where'd you grow up?
Henderson, North Carolina. Yep.
Hey, Henderson.
Where I'm from. Yeah. You from Henderson?
Hey,
What's your last name?
Carter. We'll talk off air.
Okay. All right.
Like,
Hey, it ain't too many folk from Henderson.
That sound like y'all know people in the wrong places.
My last name Gay. I'm kin to some Austins, Hargroves.
Yeah, that's all Henderson last names.
Yeah.
I was not aware of the Henderson
Taylor.
culture.
Pettiford. It's just like, damn.
What was your experiences growing up in Henderson?
Some bullshit. I love my city though, but I hate it because it's never really been fulfilling for me as an artist. It's not really a lot to do.
I feel like you share the same sort of sentiment, like about producing there.
Yeah, it's like the music scene is trash because everybody's on this thing like you want to be the best off out of Spain Trailer Park. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to be the biggest fish in the pond, but it's a whole ocean out there. Like niggas is worried about being in competition with the people that they're supposed to be trying to work with.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
It's weird.
Yeah.
But that's a whole North Carolina. Well, this is a whole Raleigh area problem, though. They want
I
to be the
agree.
best in Raleigh. It's like, that's weird.
I agree.
There's nothing here.
I moved out here and I thought it was gonna be better because it's more people, but it's like it's the same. It's
Please try again.
You talking about Henderson?
I apologize. I'm gonna just turn my phone off. It's over. See, this is the second time this shit done happened, and it's due to my broke phone case.
Oh, it's like activating Siri.
Yeah.
I thought you had the Hey Siri on it. It just thought you said
Nah, I
something.
turned this shit off a long time ago.
Yes,
But
does not serve a good purpose.
oh, bro, I play keyboard in church, and one week I was playing like the pastor was talking or whatever, and Siri just popped up, and the scramble was crazy. I'm trying to do mad damage control, and it did not work.
And then everybody just looking at you.
Everybody was just looking at me.
And it's
the
like-
mothers of the church.
Sweat.
So, like, they gonna remember this.
Yeah.
I know you started
And
sweating.
and every time you go in there, every Sunday now, you gonna make sure your phone off.
Look, my paycheck got $25 docked off for it.
Dang.
Dang,
No,
you
I
got
didn't.
five
I was
NBA. Damn, they do that at church?
Dang, you
Nah,
definitely need
Nah,
a
see,
they
when I
don't.
thought I was
Nah,
gonna
they
go to
don't.
church, now I feel like they find you. Like, if I show up a little late, like in the middle of them singing the song, they gonna find me too.
Nah, finding you is them calling you all throughout the week. Hey, sister, we just was wonder why you came in service. They gonna bug you about it.
Yeah,
until-
every single time I'm gonna be like, I'm
Until
sorry,
you
I didn't
get
save
the
your
shit
number.
back.
Who is this? You just responded back to my text. I know, but I was trying to figure what we talked about last time. Couldn't remember.
They try
Yeah, a
to-
lot of things
they gonna
going
have to pray
on.
with you.
Like, I'm on my third margarita. What do you need?
It's Saturday night, man. There's no way you thought this was a good time. There's no way you thought this was a good time to call
Like,
me.
damn, what were you doing? Saturday nights and Friday nights, when you were younger.
Let me call Khalil.
You might want to hear about this. So you've been playing keyboard in church for how long?
I started playing keyboard in church when I was like 12. So I've been playing every Sunday since then. I don't know. I probably have missed no more than 10 Sundays. You know what I'm saying? Playing in church every Sunday.
So you've been in the music, like
Yeah.
in every aspect.
Mm-hmm.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Any other family members? That no. Well, what drew you to that?
I think just I grew up in church.
Mm-hmm.
And even though I'm not really Christian anymore, like I feel like that had a big effect on who I am today because being around music all the time, like my grandma was in the choir, my mom was in the choir. Like I was a kid, I had to be in the choir.
Yeah.
And I was always attracted to like the keyboard, like the keyboard player. I grew up in a traditional Baptist church. That's all we had. And so I used to just sit and watch the keyboarders like during choir practice, during church. I would always try to sit by the keyboard and watch them play. And I was intrigued early on. Plus, music was played a lot in my household when I was a kid. So it was like no escaping it.
Man, I feel like church pianists really love piano because I work at Guitar Center, and there's this, actually two dudes that come in that play piano, and I can tell they're like, coming in after church, but they play for hours. They're so good though. And it's just like all improvised, and then they'll play like the backing track, and they'll just go off. And
I think that
like,
gospel musicians, like from the black church, I really believe we have the best musicians because gospel music encompasses so many different styles of music, and you have to learn it early on. It's basically a concert every Sunday. You get in
A very long concert.
Yeah, we're talking 3 hours, and you on there.
Sometimes more.
You have to move with the spirit of the service. When the pastor want to ramp it up, you got to ramp it up. When it's time to cool it down, you got to cool it down.
And that one person raise their hand and want to ask a question, and it's like, oh my God, we did extend the service another 45 minutes. Yeah. We never get out of this.
And you got to move with the service every time. So
you don't want to be that person that leaves because
that's how you get that call.
That's how you get that charge, that fine. See, you had to run out. Hey, pastor, I had the shit. now you made it awkward. Like, you want me to shit in the church or shit, in the
like, look, bro,
pray for you.
Exactly, just pray for that hole. But he will never call me again. Or maybe he will. I don't know.
Oh man.
So I actually I did want to bring up your last project just because when I first heard it, I actually was extremely impressed because of a local artist having that kind of talent.
Thank you, bro.
It's crazy to see because,
thank you, bro.
Man, the way that I saw it or listened to it at least was you were very personal on the EP.
Yeah, say the project
Super
out loud
personal.
and say the whole project. What's the name of the project?
It's Sheeda's Black Baby.
I was talking to him.
Oh, I'm sorry. You looked at me.
You was looking at him. I was
looking at both of y'all.
Okay.
Yeah, it's called Sheeda's Black Baby. I dedicated it to my mom. I dropped it on her birthday.
That's beautiful.
And her dedication to my career and to who I am as a person. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to do something for her that surpasses any of the money that I could spend on a gift or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think this was probably the most personal project I've done thus far.
Yeah.
Just because, like, before I really didn't have any identity with my music. That's kind of why I went through that little rebrand as well that we was talking about earlier.
Right.
Because I felt like
you have to kind of say, like, now you have to say what.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, my name used to be Two Fly King, so a lot of people know me by Two Fly King from a lot of the previous projects and songs that I did, and like how I was out on the scene with that name. But I went through a very robust, I guess, for lack of better wording, rebrand and changed everything. I wanted to be more personal. I wanted to be more like of myself and just give a little bit more personality and relate to the listener a lot more.
Yeah, Two Fly King sound like the title you give your Tinder profile. Two Fly King, like Long Beach, like
man.
long walks on the beaches, like grilling, and
with the emojis next to it.
Turn up, fire, lit. I stayed down for my hood. Like I get it.
I just thought it was like, on top of it being not me anymore, I made the name up when I was like 17. So even though it wasn't that long ago, I like kind of didn't feel connected to it anymore.
Definitely sound like a Reddit username.
Yeah.
I mean, 2 Chainz's name used to be Titty Boy, so
Exactly.
That's hot though.
I mean, the first time I heard it, it was questionable, but now that I've dwelled on it, I was like, okay, it takes a lot of confidence to come out and be like,
and then it's
I'm Titty Boy.
Like I was surprised he had it so long before somebody said,
Yeah.
you have to change that.
Yeah.
like it's like you would get attacked by a bunch of people that don't even know who you are.
Right.
That have all of a sudden a problem with you, and they don't even listen to rap music. So
looked-
just drop the titties.
He looked down. He said,
Let them titties hang.
Drop them titties.
Drop them titties.
Ladies.
what was the? When did you start making that project? Like, how did the idea for that?
How did the idea come up?
Yeah.
I was talking to my mom maybe August 2021, and my mom actually had a seizure, and we was on the way to the ER. We didn't want to call the ambulance, but she wanted to make sure that no, she had a seizure the day before. The next day she was getting headaches. She wanted to go to the ER and make sure she was okay, whatever. And we get there, and August 2021, I believe it was like a big surge in COVID cases, and it was like nuts. So hella people was in the hospital for COVID shit, and they kept trying to check her for COVID. She's like, I don't have fucking COVID. Like, I'm having headaches.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like, we was just in the ER, and we had a long talk, like, about a lot of stuff that we had never talked about before. And she actually told me a story. I hope it's okay with her for me to share this. If it's not, I'll just take it at the chin. But when my mother and my father was first living in Raleigh, when my mom left college, they got pregnant. My mom has lupus, and my mama got pregnant. She called her mom, my grandmother, to tell her that she was pregnant. And she told me that my grandma literally came down to Raleigh like the same day from Henderson and made her go to the abortion clinic and get it aborted. And then my grandma did everything in her power, like spent hella bread, like that she didn't even have. She was calling people asking for bread just to get the operation done. And my mom was 21 at the time. And like I said, my mom has lupus, so that operation had like a big effect on her body and obviously on her mental state too. It was like, and my grandma did all of that shit. She told my mom just so she wouldn't have to explain it to people at church. That was like her main thing. She didn't want to be embarrassed by that. And so 2 years later, my mom was 23, and her and my dad got pregnant again, and it was me this time. And she told my grandma, and she was like, well, what you gonna do? Because I ain't gonna come out of pocket for no other abortion. And my mom was like, I'm gonna have my baby, and he's gonna be something in life. And she told me that, and I was like, damn, like, you ain't never told me this before. You know, my grandma done, passed away. My father done passed away. And this is the first time I'm ever, like, hearing this story. Yeah. And it changed my life so much. Like, it changed my focus on my art. It changed why I even, like, my vision on why I do my art. You know what I mean? Like, everything in life. Yeah. And that was what initially started the process for the album. That's what...
Yeah, that poem in the beginning, I feel like that makes a lot more sense with that story in the context. It was actually... There's one line in the intro... that I felt like really encompassed the idea of the album or EP, which was for every time my mama sacrificed a meal so like I could eat, I let the Anunnaki speak. Ooh, when I heard that, I was like, ooh. Bro, and I mean a lot of spiritual references, of course, through the album. Yeah. Which I did want to touch on in some other questions, but. What was your favorite track off that EP? We were talking about it a couple weeks ago. It was
the one before the last one, the one with the little groove to it, with the female, with the singer.
Oh yeah, Fine. That's my homegirl Dami, or Latone rather.
That's a groove.
Did you make a whole bunch of songs for that album, or was it kind of more streamlined?
I actually had a whole nother album created, bro. Like. Probably 20 other songs. Dang. Which is ridiculous why I only came out with 5 and one of them is a fucking interlude. Right.
and that's kind of why I was wondering, like, what made you choose those songs? You know, because, I mean, the content is great. Yeah. You know, and putting together just your best few songs, which to me as a listener, I really vibe with every single one that you had out on that EP. Yeah. So what made you choose those songs specifically?
I think it was more like the feel. Like, I felt like dropping the album where I had, like, I wanted to do a side A and a side B. And it was just, like, a lot of different feelings that I feel like really didn't resonate with the direct feelings that I got from hearing my mom tell me that, that story. And I really wanted to make it more focused, like, to make it shorter was important to me as well, just for my mother's like listenability and shit, so she could play it back and back and back,
Right.
and really be able to grasp it in this small, small package, so to speak. But the other songs really, ultimately, they just didn't fit. If they would have fit the feeling, I would have went with it. But they just seemed like they didn't really fit the vibe for the whole album. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I really couldn't imagine anything else you could put on that.
right? It was just
Like if you had like a weird club song on there, it'd be like,
yeah, nah. I had one I was gonna do like I did this cold ass sample of a Patty Austin song, and I had this whole thing with that being the intro. And it's like a really big. I could even show y'all after the podcast is done or whatever. But it was like it just didn't
fit.
I don't know what I would rap about on it. You know?
The I think it's that one like really sounded like it was inspired by like J. Cole, and that one it made me wonder like what were the inspiration for the sound or like the aesthetic, sonic aesthetic for that album.
For the album. A lot of what I do like as a rapper is inspired by like Biggie, like the way Biggie did albums. I don't know. I think it's just one song that did inspire is "Sky's the Limit" by Biggie. That's one of my mom's favorite songs that she used to show me all the time. And it kind of has this thing of like where you feel like Biggie is telling you a story, like he's taking you with him through the entire story as the shit is going. And I tried to do that with this song in my own way, not like literally taking copy paste type shit for that specific song. But as far as like artistic inspirations for the whole album, Solange is one of my favorite artists. I really love how Solange flows through projects. I tried to take a little bit of her inspiration.
Like connects each song together.
Right. Take a little bit of inspiration from her on that. Just the transitions. My writing style, I don't really use a lot of metaphors or punchlines and stuff. So in that way, I'm inspired a lot by Andre 3000. It's like I try to keep it plain and simple in the sense that you don't have to overthink. Like sometimes this is just me, I might be stupid, but sometimes when I'm listening to niggas' music, it's like they'll drop bars for like three lines back to back, and I'm still stuck trying to decipher the metaphor that he used in the first line. You know what I mean? By the time he gets to the third one, so I like to utilize like good writing in the sense that I'm just going straight through more poetic like, and not just using a lot of figurative language like metaphors and stuff like that.
Yeah, I can't. It irks me too when people do that, cause like I get it. You're smart. You read a book once. Like
it feels forced a lot.
Like,
too.
it's like I get it, but everybody should be able to enjoy it and not. Because that's when you get to the heavy criticism that I feel like when they start adding extra random words that only a fucking psych major would actually fucking use, and it's like. You don't have to do all that. Right. You should be able to explain like a 5-year-old, like to a 5th grader or whatever it is, whatever the thing is. And it's just like, if everybody can understand it, then it's going to be universally good.
For sure.
That's why Talib Kweli has like a very, dedicated fan base. I feel like he's the type of artist that he's very smart, like with his lyrics. I feel like he's an artist where you do have to listen a couple times and be like, oh shit.
I don't want to do all that thinking when you're listening. Okay. I don't listen to rap music to fucking think. If I want to fucking think, I'm gonna listen to instrumental music. Yeah. Right? I'm gonna listen to something where nothing can influence what I'm talking about. Think. So I can think. I don't need to really hear your thoughts. I really don't fucking care, to be really quite honest.
Okay.
Like, entertain me, bitch.
Fair point.
I get it. If you say something clever, it's better than saying something like that makes you seem smart, because now you're making yourself seem like a dick. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like very pretentious. I just don't like it, man. I just what are you trying to prove? Like, it's not gonna make me like you faster.
In a lot of ways, that's kind of what I try to combat as well, because niggas would be talking shit about rappers that brag about money and jewelry and all of this shit, but then they bragging about bars. It's like it's
true.
It's kind of whack.
It's like almost the same thing. Other than there's like no real substance to it.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, I don't know, man. And it's like then when stupid people like try to use that rapper's line and like, yo, that line's so hard. Why?
Yeah, I feel like that's what people do with Lupe Fiasco. Niggas be saying wild ass shit, and then people be like, I mean, I feel like the nigga's great though, but I feel like people do that with his lines. Like he has shit that's overly complex.
Yeah.
Am I alone in that room? I feel like I'm alone.
Like,
I mean, I don't listen to Lupe like that, but
Okay.
I've definitely like heard or read some of his lyrics because of how highly people speak of him and his lyrical abilities. So like I get the essence of what you're saying about him.
I can understand. That's probably why I didn't care. I didn't personally care for food and liquor. That's right. That's Lupe, right? Food and liquor. All right. What's the one after that? The Cool.
Yep.
That's the one I like because I felt like he made that one more. I think that was his more. That's his first like, his first what's the one?
Commercial.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that felt like his more commercial stuff. So it felt more commercial.
Like easier
Yeah.
to connect to or like.
Yeah, and then
guess.
then it gives you when you put out. I feel like when the artist puts out more of a commercial kind of project, you can then decide. You know what? I'm just gonna leave this alone as it is. I'm a deep dive, and then you can get lost in that black hole that you want to be. And all that extra stuff. But
I feel like delivery has a lot to do with like lines. I feel like you can say something very simply, and if the delivery is on point or like the energy you bring to just the line itself, it can really affect the listener.
That's literally all hip hop early 90s.
yeah, because you know what makes it worse? Social media makes it worse. It's because sometimes you can hear a song. Back in the day, I can remember hearing a song for a long time before I saw the actual music video of who they look like, and then be like, "That's what they look like." and then you like if they're saying something just cool, you're like, "Well, he looked like he would just talk about that." You're like, "Oh, he looked like he read books." Like,
Damn, can't relate because I grew up around like technology.
Exactly.
So like, shit, all I know is pretty much connect with the artist you're listening to. You know?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
everybody wants to be personal with the artist that they're listening to. They want to hear about the shit they're doing in their day.
yeah, and then back in the early
People love
2000s,
it.
man, people could rock off an album for like almost 2-3 years.
Swear.
Like now, you got about 3 months,
Yeah.
if that.
Unless you're Kendrick
that.
Lamar or Frank Ocean.
I mean, no, that's for those kind of people.
Yeah.
That's for like the Kendrick Lamars
niggas
or the
crazy.
Drakes or whatever the top 40 whoever is. They got about 3 months tops, and then it's like because we talked about it before the Baby Keem joint, man. He was hot for what 3 weeks?
Yeah.
I never
y'all
heard
like
about
that
y'all.
album?
I fucked with
Did y'all
y'all
like the
first
album?
listen, but like
see,
forgettable.
You didn't like it?
They talked about it one time.
Forgettable.
It's just like
Yeah,
it never brought up anymore. Like I'm still bumping that Keem. I
I still
didn't hear
play
none
a
of
few
that shit,
joints
bro.
off of it. I still play a few joints off of it, but a lot of them don't have a lot of replay value.
Yeah.
I will say that.
For sure.
I think so. Yeah, I can agree with that. He do need to gain some stronger sense of identity as an artist.
You listen to the whole album?
No,
You didn't listen to the whole album?
No, I didn't because I wasn't pushed enough because y'all won't talk about it no more. What's the point?
Well, but okay, she
I ain't
trashes
listening to
she trashes on all like current music. Do you fuck with current music at all? Like, do you?
I love all music, so yeah. It's like I have to put myself in a different headspace to listen to everything. But
Like, are you up with like
Yeet.
Okay, yeah, that's one I can. think
that's
of.
one nigga right there. I do not. I hear shit in passing, and I'm like,
You do you,
That's,
boo.
that's their opinion as well. I've tried to show them, but they're
I
not
can't
bad.
understand
nah, okay.
him.
I will say this: he got the one joint though. Whatever the one that's popping, I don't fuck with that one. The little, hey,
I know what you're talking about.
No, I don't like that one. But he got one joint, and I was like, okay, that's cool.
I see. I maybe would have listened to the song that you were going to say, but you did that little snippet.
Okay.
I'm completely scared.
I was like, nigga, what?
Like, imagine if that guy was selling you that body butter. Like, nigga, like you on the fuck. Over your body. Would you still buy that shit, bro? Would you even look at him anymore and buy that chapstick?
The funniest shit is because it was a nigga that was recording himself walking on the sidewalk, and he put it up on TikTok, and he was rapping the song, and that's how he was rapping it. That's not even how Bruh said in the song. That's how the nigga was rapping it. I was like, yo, this is hilarious.
I think he has some shit that's worth listening to. That's just my opinion, but
I would definitely I would definitely give it a listen for sure.
I will not.
She's a hater though. She's a hater. She doesn't like who else? Who else have we talked about that you just don't fuck with? Feel like you're on some hater vibes.
I mean, you're the one who showed me these musics.
Okay, true. That's right. That's because I want to try and, but like my goal is to show her something. And she's like, damn, this shit is fire. You know, like I feel like I don't know. Maybe that's an ego thing though.
What do you look for in a song when you're listening to it? Is it a specific set of things, or you just kind of?
It's a common sense cue.
It just, yeah. It has a. It does have to make sense in a way. It just can't be.
Damn.
It's just like it's hard to like.
I'm starting to think you hate music.
It's not.
Damn.
You would think that. You would think that because I'm so passionate about it. But
You said what?
Yeah, no, her background. She grew up listening to pop music.
That's true.
She got a whole different ear.
I got what you're saying.
yeah, it's just, and then I work in the studio. And then I get the same. It's like only a few types of rappers, and they're just going along with the trend. And it's like,
No, we definitely have talked about that before.
yeah, it's
Like, I get
every
it.
time pouring yourself something to drink, and something falls in it. And then you have to decide, man, can I scoop it out real quick with my finger? And then you know how you try to scoop it out with your finger the first time and it still doesn't go? So you end up digging your hand in there. It's like, do you even enjoy the drink anymore? You just might as well just throw it away, right? Let's try it again. But you're like, man, that was the last little bit because the rest of the soda all of a sudden flat now.
It's a crazy
So you're like, you know what? I'm not even fucking thirsty anymore.
Okay, so you're not thirsty for the
crazy
music anymore. I get
Yeah,
that.
then I turn around and I listen to a podcast and I just feel like I'm chatting with my friends and I'm not involved.
All right, fair enough. Maybe I'll get to that point one day. I'm kind of hoping I don't, because like I love music, man. If I ever got to the point where I was like, this doesn't please the ears, like I'd be sad.
That's why now I'm at the point where I'm just listening to all types of crazy ass like obscure music.
That's the best way to find samples for sure. But
Well,
also
shit, I
like
just
to
be
find
listening, I be
inspiration.
driving it. Yeah, I think that's the best. It's like find a shit that resonates with you where you're at, because a lot of the time with music, we get so used to hearing the same things over and over. Like artists have used these same formulas all the time. Like a pop song or a popular song in the 80s probably sounds a lot similar in the basic stage to a popular song today. Like it has a lot of the same elements.
True.
So to find something that kind of breaks that mold anytime for me is just exciting, whether it's good or not. You know,
What's kind of the most obscure genre that you've listened to? I guess you could say, because like I don't know if album would be the easiest thing to pull like from the top of your head, but like
definitely Eastern European goth rock,
Eastern
prog rock.
European prog rock.
Yeah, for sure.
Name some artists. Name some artists.
I don't know any. I don't know how to pronounce their name, but it's this is a movie called Fantastic Planet. Actually, this nigga wasn't Eastern European. I think he was like,
You're talking like in Moldova, right? Like those motherfuckers?
yeah. This
Dutch,
nigga was from
right?
Italy though.
Dutch
a
is
movie
Eastern
called-
European, right?
What, Italy?
No,
Moldova?
Dutch. Like Dutch people.
Oh, yeah.
I think so.
Oh, then
They're
I get
pretty
it.
close to Russia. Like Dutch. Wait, Dutch people are from fucking
Like,
Finland,
like Finland, like most, and then like I don't know.
I don't know, man. I'm not a geographer. That's why I make music.
Finland, Amsterdam.
That nigga said I'm not a geographer. Stop asking me basic questions about geology. But yeah,
Like
it, it's this
Romania,
movie called-
Moldova, stuff in that area. It's kind of stuff like Eastern. That's Eastern European, right? I feel like everybody wears a tight shirt or Adidas.
I think so. I think that's more like Russia.
Complete opposite.
Like they're all like Johnny Bravo from the neck down, like really tight shirt.
That's hell. That's hell. You should be ashamed.
The mental image you just put in my head is that of a Puerto Rican. Tight shirt, mustard.
Nah, that's Dominican, bro.
Oh, okay, my bad.
No, we're gonna have
With the
Russians,
shades.
Dominicans.
Y'all flaming people.
Niggas gonna be in the comments like, what the fuck you just said? Nigga, that's racist. That's racist, bro.
Oh man, we're gonna die before the end of the year.
We started lots of beefs. The Amish.
You start most of them.
No, we're a family.
Play, bro. You ever been to fucking New Jersey?
Nah.
The Amish don't play, bro.
They don't.
You gotta relax on the
Oh, you
Amish.
scared now?
They ain't gonna never see this video though.
Right. That's what I said.
They never gonna see this video.
Look. I ain't scared though. What's up? What's up with the Amish though?
Nah, they just don't play.
Oh, okay.
That's all I got to say on air.
I feel like they probably dig holes a lot faster.
Them
So they can hide.
niggas spend it all day away from the rest of the world. They done did some crazy shit. I guarantee you. They done figured out some crazy shit.
Isn't there a movie about that?
About the Amish?
Yeah, doing some crazy shit. Like by M. Night Shyamalan.
Is that Midsummer?
No. That's a different. That's about Swedish people.
I never seen it
Midsummer's a good
in its entirety.
I can't. Don't last M. Shyamalan movie I saw.
Shyamalan. He did Sixth Sense, right?
It was The Happening, the one with Mark Wahlberg.
Wahlberg, yeah.
When that
Wahlberg is crazy.
Mark Wahlberg, and I remember going in there, people just dying because there was something in the air, right? And the motherfucking land lays in front of a lawnmower, and it's like, like people just dying, just killing themselves, like suicidal kind of stuff. I remember I went with a bunch of my friends, and we all just watched it, and it's just silent, right, in the whole theater. And then we got out the theater, we kind of looked at each other, and we're like, well, guess I'll see you at work tomorrow. And then we get to work, and I'm like, yo, that movie fucking sucked. That shit was garbage, bro.
That's the worst feeling. You just spent $27 at the movies.
Well, this is back in whenever it came out, like 2000, maybe 2007. So movie ticket prices were still like
17.
$7. They're like still $7. Now it's like $40 for that and the small popcorn.
And then you got your advanced convenience fee because you're buying it online.
Yeah, like what the fuck? How am I inconveniencing you that you have to charge me
You still
extra
gotta
money?
reserve it, nigga. Like, come on, bro.
It's just like I'm showing up. I bought the fucking ticket. You need to charge me $4 more to make sure I go.
Look, hey, you gotta pay me a little bit extra, bro. I'm looking out for you, man.
I just don't feel like it is. And then you're really having this conversation with a fucking robot because the assholes in the ticket booth don't even know what's going on.
Yeah, they're 15.
They're on their phones.
I can get my manager. Mr. Jerry, somebody's out here upset about. He like, how old is she? Because it has to be a woman. Like, how old is she?
That's actually crazy because the last movie I watched was the Batman last week. And
That was great, right?
It was amazing.
That was great.
Side note, yes, amazing movie. But it was a girl. It was definitely a woman that sold me my ticket. I'm pretty sure just about every time I go to the movies it is.
I don't know who gave me my ticket.
Simulation. You meditate?
I do mantras.
Mantras? Hey,
Yeah.
that is basically like a form of meditating.
Yeah.
Mantra is what? You just start talking to yourself? That's it?
It's like you repeat a phrase.
Yeah, it's like chants. Yeah,
So
yeah.
that
You're
I'm gonna
talking
get
to yourself
rich.
in
I'm gonna get
essence.
rich. Watch me get rich.
That's a mantra for sure.
Yeah,
that's definitely-
for sure. Technically,
And
anything
like a
can be
bag
a
of
mantra.
money fall from the sky. It can hit my car. It's okay. I can get that fixed with the bag of money.
Affirmations. They,
Positive
they
affirmations.
I
have
won't be
something
mad if a
that
bag
you
of money
like.
hit me in the face. I will not.
But positive affirmations is probably one of the best ways to get yourself up. Just
Only
talk to
reason
yourself different.
Yeah, I do that when I go to work.
I can't do positive affirmations because I feel like I'm lying to myself every time.
I mean, it depends on what you call positive. Because I'm like, I'm gonna go in today. I'm not gonna kill these people. I'm gonna go in today. I'm not gonna kill these people.
I might kill these people.
like I'm not. When I see that person's face today, you know what? I'm not gonna look at them like, you know what? I should push you. I'm just gonna look at them like, you know what? I should just maybe tap you on the nose. I won't.
That's just called self-restraint. That's self-control. That's good. That's good. I'm proud of you. Now, I sometimes have a huge problem with like controlling emotions, like emotional outbursts. I think because I hold it in for so long.
You having tantrums?
Like very, very few and far between, but yes. And like when I do finally release it, like I feel like I get really, really angry and like it's all just released like a fucking flood. That's just not healthy.
Do you?
But I can't help
what's
it.
the last tantrum you had?
Fuck. It was definitely while I was driving. It's probably the worst time to have one.
Why do we get so mad when we're driving? Is it because your life's on the line? I don't think I'm consciously thinking about that while I'm driving though.
I think for me, it's because everybody else that's on the road is fucking up. At least that's the way that I see it. But maybe everybody else sees it like that.
You never fuck up.
Right, exactly, right?
Yeah, and also
When it's you in the car.
and sometimes people when they instantly get killed in car accidents and then you avoid one just like that, I could have been instantly killed. You ever thought about that? I could have been they could have fucking killed me.
I always think about it after the fact. Never like,
and then you get pissed off. Then you like fuckers can't even drive. Could have killed me.
Road rage sucks, but I'm like the traffic here in Raleigh is nothing compared to the traffic out in the West Coast. So I'm still grateful for Raleigh traffic.
South Carolina, that's some scary roads.
That's just because people don't give a damn out there.
They don't give a damn. That's why it's so bad.
Y'all ever drove in Florida?
It's so fucking.
No,
Nobody in Florida can drive. Anybody watching this in Florida, now one of y'all niggas can drive.
Actually, I do
Drive
know
up here and say
several people in Florida.
Bitch, I won't make it.
So I'm gonna
Yeah, we drove to Miami back last summer. Me and my homies. 12-hour drive, by the way. Drove through Florida and Miami, the worst drivers I've ever encountered in my entire life. This was a terrible drive.
Was this during spring break though?
No, it was summer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was like June.
And I feel like that's when there's even the most people that can't drive be there because they come from all kinds of states.
Yeah,
So.
true.
Yeah.
I mean, still a touristy time.
I think 6 hours north of Miami though is no excuse.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
They probably doing it so people don't drive through. It's like, oh, look, there's no motherfucker in Miami.
Them niggas don't care.
I feel like a lot of southern states really just contain people who don't give a fuck. Yeah, I drove through Atlanta a few times. That is probably one of the most stressful times.
Yeah.
I've ever experienced driving.
Yeah.
It
in the
looks
city.
stressful. Even in like
Shit.
all the music videos when they're doing like in the TV shows, they do the oversee and you see all the truck cars. And you're like,
You get mad. Like,
There's so many fucking people there.
oh, it's great. Oh, you know the light's only 5 seconds. Those are the worst kind of lights too. It's like,
Yeah.
you're like, no, run that shit, bro.
Where I have a couple times. I'm not gonna lie. It's like just like a second after it turns red. It's like, nah, I waited too long.
in Atlanta, you gotta watch out. They got them damn cameras. They don't really got a lot of them out here. They got some, but they got them damn.
Oh yeah, I noticed.
Traffic light cameras out there in Atlanta everywhere.
Actually, I think North Carolina, or at least Raleigh, is the place I've seen people run red lights the most, in my experience.
Yep.
Like I see that shit almost every day. Like, damn.
Yeah, it's pretty common.
But is it because I mean, I don't really know. I've never had a picture taken by a red light camera. You know.
Yeah.
Knock on wood on that one, but it has yet to happen. So, and I
I
think
get pissed off because it'll be like 3 months later, and you don't even remember. Like you
shit.
just chilling. It's like the shit has never been like. You ain't even blinked twice after you did it, so you definitely not thinking about it when they send you the letter. They're like, "Hey, bro, we caught you. You got court in 2 weeks. Have fun."
What happens if you like don't open the letter? That's fucked.
Hey man, they told you.
That is fucked.
It's your responsibility now.
Damn.
You'll find out when you get pulled over for real.
Yeah.
That makes me how do you check that? How do you check that? I moved quite a bit, so I'm like,
North Carolina, it's public record. You go to the North Carolina court system, see if you got an upcoming court
Yeah.
date. That'll tell you real quick.
Yeah, that, and then you just get your driving thing and tell you if your license is suspended. Like you pay like $7 or some shit like that.
I just drive so much, so I'm like, I definitely break rules of the road, you know, here or there. Sorry to everybody else driving, but you know, it happens.
Yeah, he perfect. He'll never make mistakes.
No, I just made a public, you know, apology to the people.
Why you apologize if you did nothing wrong?
Never do nothing wrong. You
That's
perfect,
true.
bro.
Nah, you guys got my back. Yeah. You heard it here first.
Had to remind you. Positive affirmation. I'm always in the right.
You
Them
fuck with
niggas fucked up.
You fuck with any other local artists around here?
Yeah,
In
for
Raleigh?
sure. I think I would hate to try to name everybody out, but I'm gonna just name niggas I fuck with. My homie XL TALP. She just released a poetry book also, and I'm producing her next album. So shout out to her, homie Icy the Boss, my man Joel Venom, who's a producer and rapper, Crown Chaz, 300 Latone, J Official, Juice Lord, Deuce Tyrell. I got a song with Deuce Tyrell and Juice Lord coming up.
Hey, wow, that was a lot of artists. Shit.
I'm just trying to name niggas who I know would be mad if I didn't name them.
Yep.
Everybody else, y'all cool too.
I'm trying to be tapped in more with the
I'm not.
local scene. So
I'm not. I'm tapped out.
really,
Yeah, I'm done.
dang, why?
This shit is ass, bruh. Like what she was saying earlier, niggas be sitting around. You ever been in a club, bro? This is the moment as an artist where I'm like, this is over. I'm fucking done. You ever been in a club? The only reason you at the club on a Thursday night is because you're gonna perform, and you get there, and you look around the club, and there's 40 other artists.
Right? Right? Like when the crowd is more artists than it is actually people watching the show,
Red
it's
flag.
not. It's red flag.
Nobody is coming to Catch Cradle Back Room on Thursday or Tuesday night just to chill. So, and there's no seats in this motherfucker. You're standing up. Not to trash the venue. This any venue. This shit used to happen at a merge anywhere. But yeah, you're there. You put your name on the list, and you're there until 1 a.m, and you don't perform until 12:58, and all the other artists are gone. So you don't have an audience. Every nigga that followed you on Instagram that night just unfollowed you before they walked out the building. And then it's like nobody's listening to your music, and the people that are listening to your music are listening to it like, I'm gonna get this nigga on a feature. They not thinking like, oh, I'm gonna download his music. They looking like,
Yeah, like
I'm gonna tell this nigga I downloaded his music and tell him it's dope so that I can use him. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
And it's trash. And I'm like, I'm sick of acting like I like people. I'm sick of acting like I give a fuck what
That's why I don't
what
do
your
it.
fucking Instagram is got going. I deleted my fucking Insta. The only reason I even re-downloaded it is to text you that I was pulling up.
Shit.
But other than that, I've been unfollowing motherfuckers. I've been delete. I ain't never downloaded y'all music. I had to bring the mic closer to let y'all know. I won't listen to that bullshit. No disrespect to nobody. Like, you know, I still got friends that do music and everything like that. And but I just feel like it's a rat race. I feel like niggas got to rethink. Like, this is not the way. The way this shit is happening out here, and a lot of other places too, is just not. It's not gonna work, bro. It hasn't worked. It's not going to work. It hasn't worked for 9+ years. It's never gonna work.
No, I'm with you, man. Because I feel like that even in the producer community, just in general, just even online, even when we take it to a bigger scale, is other producers trying to impress other producers. The producers don't make you your money.
Right.
Like, so
Who gives a
there,
fuck?
and it's like who like, man, you should hear all the songs. I use no sample. I use splice and blah blah blah. Like.
Yeah.
I mean, how much
original.
all
No
original?
sample.
So who bought it?
No
Anybody?
loops.
Anybody bought an
Yeah,
exclusive
nobody
lease?
buying that
Yes?
bullshit.
Well, no, done yet. I got my boy. He gonna get on the track. That's not what I asked you, bro.
Yeah.
What's the price tag on it? Has it been sold yet?
Yeah.
Well, you know how I work. I really work with real artists. Well, you're gonna be real broke for a long ass time.
It's all about what's important to niggas at the end of the day. I just think that people are looking for the wrong things. Like, if you actually gave a fuck about an audience, like the people, you would go where the people are at.
Because the people got the money.
It's niggas that's been performing at these Carolina Ways showcases for 6 years, bro.
Oh my God.
I've been sneaking in the club since I was 15. I seen you. I saw you, bro. That's
You're
the
still,
same
and
song.
you're still on the same
And
stage.
this not the trash Carolina Ways either. I'm just naming a platform, but niggas has been on the scene.
Like, there's a couple of them like that.
Yeah.
Like, they're the same people that you see on every show is the same fucking, like, that's why I don't even go anymore. Why am I gonna see the same 6 people?
How many times can you eat cheese before it don't taste like cheese no more? It ain't nothing different. This is the same shit. When you grab cheese, nigga, you getting cheese.
No, actually, even to take your thing a little further, like, how often are you gonna go into the freezer section or the refrigeration section and get that same cheese before you go to the fucking deli? Where it can be really worldwide exclusive. Charge by the fucking pound.
Nigga, this is round cheese.
Exactly. I had them cut this shit up. You feel how this shit crumble?
I think people people feel limited by what's being shoved in their face all the time. Like, people, and this is what, like, I'm an artist, so I've talked to artists, and I'm a producer, so I've talked to producers. But it's like niggas don't listen to themselves. Everybody knows what I'm saying is true. all the artists, they're gonna watch this and be like, and it's gonna be the niggas that's been performing the same song for 6 years. I see you, bro.
Like,
and niggas is gonna be like,
and they try to perform it like it's new, and it sounds old. That's
and they
the
like,
crazy
yeah,
part.
niggas do be doing that. It's you, bro. That's why this shit keep going on. Yeah, niggas do be doing that shit, bro. That shit is true though, and it's like it's y'all, bro. If you feel like you want the shit to change, then change it. Stop going to the same fucking venues. Stop doing the shit that feel like, oh, well, I'm just doing this to keep my damn. Stop. You know that's not why you doing it. Niggas want to walk out the house and not feel like a loser every day. So they go somewhere where they know that it's a sure shot. People gonna be there. People gonna listen, or at least act like they listen or give a fuck. Be real with yourself. Yeah. Do what you feel is tight, by all means, but definitely do it with intent and purpose. Like, don't just be doing the same shit. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? That's why I stepped out. I'm trying something different.
Yeah, and nothing even worse. Like I've been to a lot of like open mics because I was trying to network, try to get people into the studio. So I would drag Mike along with me. It's like, listen, the people that we want to invite to the studio are not the people that they expect us to go and talk to them. It's the one that's actually going around talking to everybody else, saying, "I haven't seen you here before." About what you do. Because if you walk in and like everybody's like, "Oh, it's you," like all the other rappers are like, "Oh yeah," it's like other rappers. It's like you're.
It's like, this is not your audience. These are not even the people that you need to connect with.
Exactly.
You need to be connecting with, if you're an artist, you need to be connecting with producers and engineers and promoters and niggas that do cover art. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason for you to be an artist. And you know, like, it's one thing, like, I'm cheap, so I don't like to spend money, so I learned to do all this shit on my own anyway, but it's like, you can't complain about having to do all this shit on your own, but you got 300 rappers' Instagrams and numbers, and you don't know a graphic artist. Why is it still niggas with 5,000 artist followers that's posting on social media? Oh, I'm looking for graphic designers. Why are you looking for graphic designers? They out there, nigga. But you've been trying to hit up Lil what's her name?
I get what
it don't make sense.
Yeah, but then also those are the type of people that sit there straight up, just try to negotiate the whole time too. It's like you. Like, if you really fuck with somebody's art, this is how I look at it. If you really fuck with somebody's art,
you're gonna pay the price.
You're gonna hit them up, pay the price. You're like, all right, I don't have that right now. You give me a little bit of time to get it together. Then you ask the grown up adult questions. Do you have a payment plan?
You need to check my credit, nigga. Shit, I'm good for
can I put a
it.
deposit down and the deposit refundable?
Real shit though.
Like, I mean, and it's like, cause you know, people going first thing they're gonna be like, yo, if they see your, if you have good music, then they see the artwork and they're like, yo, that artwork is crazy. You did it yourself? Nah, but you know, this person, you start networking like that, and they'll remember. That artist will remember, hey, I did this artwork for this rapper, and people are like, oh, let me go listen to that album. Oh man,
yep.
And it just starts that chain of not everybody in the same field is listening to your music. That's not what you want.
Yeah.
It's
You
not
know,
what you want at all.
the music industry is huge. It's still a very small amount of people. It's just big to us because there's just a lot of nonsense.
Yeah. Damn. I feel like people really just got to stop looking at other artists or producers as just competition and just like, we should bring each other up, man.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not trying to be corny, but like, for real, what the fuck is the harm of just like looking at somebody that is making music and just being like, yo, this is dope, this is what I use, like, have you ever tried using this or this or this? And just like, you know, trying to give them the sauce that you have, and then you can exchange that shit, and then you're both better.
We also got to look at it like that too. Like, niggas be looking at it like, oh, these artists are my supporters. When it's like, that shouldn't be how it is. Like, don't just be having artist friends and then y'all just be going to fucking TGI Fridays and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's cool, but are you like gaining something from that? You know what I'm saying? Are y'all learning something from each other, or is it just like, these are your followers? Like,
yeah, I think everybody just wants to be famous and like be the top shit, you know. But
yeah,
not everybody can be, for one. But also, Like when you're just in a position like us, or we're just working in the studio, like working with local artists and stuff. Like we can't have like hundreds of fans. Like why not just work with each other and be like, all right, yeah, I really fuck with this. I'm gonna show like a couple of my bros over here, like they know this guy. Like why not help each other like that?
Yeah. I want to be friends with people that can give me like yachts and.
See, that's cool. That's cool. Not. That's not the, the end. Maybe it is the end goal.
It is the end goal because listen. If you got a friend that has a yacht, right? It's like, oh my, hey, yo, man, this yacht's dope, man. Damn, I really would look good DJing up here. Hey, you want to DJ my party? Hell yeah, I want to DJ your party.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like, I'm DJing that party, then like. Hey, yo, and then he's invited all his little rich yacht friends. They're like, yo, can you DJ my yacht party?
Okay, that's fair. I get what you're saying.
The dance is crazy. You see the dance you just pulled? Look at the yacht dance.
The yacht dance, man. That's how you do it.
What kind of music would you play on the yacht? Is it?
I'm playing all the most ignorant shit I got in my fucking hard drive.
I'll probably get. I'll read the crowd. Like first, I'll put the most ignorant shit on first, and then if they, because it's gonna be what. Let's say 98% white people, right?
Man,
They'll be drunk.
white folk love that
And
ignorant
they love
shit.
that ignorant shit.
Throw some
It's
Gucci Mane on.
Exactly.
Bro,
Like, so if they get down like that, bro, it's all
White
strip
folk.
club shit, bro. It's all strip club
Running in
shit.
that pussy like a crash and yep,
They know all the damn words.
yep.
And you know what? They're the ones buying tickets to the concerts. So that's the
Spending
people
that
they're gonna spend money.
From a business perspective, that's the smartest move. Go
So
where the
get
money
yourself some
is.
yacht friends. Probably a little harder for me.
That's a
we
good
don't
tip.
like,
That's a
but
good
because
tip
we don't
right
live near the ocean for one. So
Yeah.
there's not a lot of yachts around here.
Yeah,
True. We
And
got
then-
Wilmington, a couple hours.
I'm
That's
not driving a couple
hours,
hours to
though.
Wilmington.
that's a couple hours.
That's fair.
I want to go to a yacht, like in Miami,
Yeah.
where I
Nah,
have a
that's
better
good point.
chance.
Yeah, because out here, them niggas is listening to damn, what's my man name? The popular country artist? I don't even know that nigga name.
Kane Brown? That's the only
Fucking
one I
Brad Paisley or some shit. I don't know.
I don't know now one of
Tim
them
McGraw.
niggas. I just said. I'm thinking of
Rue
somebody.
McEntire.
Somebody did a song with them, Lil Durk.
Oh.
You know who I'm talking about? You know what my man name is? He was like the top streaming artist last year.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was.
Was it Lil Nas X?
Nah, I know Lil Nas X.
Everybody
I was
knows,
like,
everybody knows
no,
Lil Nas X.
That's true. But I was like, I don't know.
Like,
I don't know any country artists that are on a song with Lil Durk.
I think he might have wanted to do a song with Lil Durk, but he was
Talking about the Morgan,
Morgan
Wallace?
Wallace or something like that.
Yeah.
Nah,
Something like
It
that?
sounds like an oil tycoon.
Wait, something like that.
something
okay,
like that. But he was the top streaming artist last year. That shit was crazy.
Because he was on that. Oh, bet who's the DJ? It's like a bunch of those DJs like
Like DJ
Tesso and like Zed and all those type of
Oh, like
DJs and Kygo
Marshmello
and shit
and
like
shit.
that. Yeah, he hopped on one of those type of songs where it was
Yup.
one of the summer
Yup,
bops that
you
played
damn
over.
Right. Yup.
Oh man,
But that's what they be playing at Wilmington.
I'm not
Morgan
tapped,
Wallen, that's his name.
Morgan Wallen. Yeah,
I'm not tapped in with country music. I never
I ain't.
ever once enjoyed country.
That's one
music.
genre right there. I'm like, unapologetically, I just don't listen to that shit. I listen to everything, but country, you can keep that shit, bro.
Man, I listen to some country, but when they start whining, it's like listening to fucking rap.
That nigga,
Like, I don't
nigga-
need to be depressed too.
that
Like,
nigga
damn.
Blake Shelton got a song. I'm like, it's just not for me. Like he laid it out. He laid the game down so flat. I'm like, okay, bro, I understand. It's not for me. That nigga said he got a song called "Come Back as a Country Boy." Is it Blake? It's either Blake Shelton or Luke Bryan. I can't remember. But that nigga said, if my neck don't come out red, then Lord just keep me dead. Cause a country boy is all I ever wanted to be. I said. I even gave it a full chance. Like I listened to the full shit.
That is a very like complicated way.
Unapologetically country, my nigga. He said, if my neck don't come out red, then Lord just keep me dead.
He said, if you're not white, you're not right. Like that's basically what he said. He said, if my neck can't burn in the sun, I would rather be dead. That's just fucked
I
up.
don't even want to live, nigga.
Damn.
I do this redneck shit, nigga. I do this country boy shit, nigga.
Yeah, but they feel that. They feel that shit because we do the same thing when somebody says, if it ain't black, it ain't where it's at. I'd rather die that way.
Yeah.
I mean, that's their version of it, man.
True.
So we can't do anything about it.
It just, yeah.
It just
I ain't trying to do nothing about it. I'll just leave it where it's at. That's why I'm like, I just don't even want to.
I mean, you can't like be like, you know what, what you think. You can't really say that because it's like, bruh,
That's what they doing now.
they doing them.
Well, there's a lot of country artists out there that are making
this
a lot of money.
Yeah,
from
and this
that
dude got a
country,
whole
so-
mullet, right?
Yeah.
You saw this?
Did y'all see the shorty, the black woman that performed at the Super Bowl? I had never heard of this woman before. The black woman that did the national anthem at the Super Bowl.
Janae Aiko?
No, she did.
Wait.
No, she did something else. She did a song before the national anthem, but it was a black woman that did the national
I ain't
anthem.
gonna let it sit there. And
But she was a
like
country artist
Did I miss that?
at the Super Bowl. At what?
Was that this year or last year?
It was the last Super Bowl that just happened.
Huh.
Let me see this.
With the Rams and the
Mickey Guyton.
Yep. I had never heard of her before.
A black one?
Yep. And I thought it was pretty good. I would have rather heard
She a TikTok
I
star?
forget who I was thinking
Oh, she a
of.
country star.
yeah, I tell you, she's a country artist and she's very popular.
Did she get famous on TikTok? This
don't
sad that this how I feel about artists now. Like when they say, "Yo, you heard that little foot stain?" Like
Yeah.
was he on like no? Did he blow up on TikTok or something? Because I feel like that's like the first thing I have to ask. Because a quicker way in, like he got a fucking TikTok
TikTok
song
has
called
changed the game.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
called Scabs or something like that. That's what I feel like Lil Foot Sting would have a song called Scabs, and his hair would be green,
yeah.
and like
That's nasty.
He's
like
an
he'll
island boy.
like.
He's a
Little
Island
footprint is a
boy.
nasty
Like
man.
yeah, little footprint,
Oh,
like
that Island Boy shit is so hilarious to me, bro.
yeah, it's like, but he's like a let's say like a light skinned version of Machine Gun Kelly. Like little foot, like too many tattoos. He had like vampire teeth in, like gold vampire teeth in. And then what happened to that motherfucker who he in the hair, the fucking chains.
chains.
Remember he
and-
he had
is this?
chain dreads or some shit like that.
Oh, you talking about Tizo touchdown?
I know.
Oh yeah, Tizo Touchdown.
He
The
still make
black
music?
dude.
Yeah, I guess.
He used to rap in the flowers and shit.
I don't know, but he was the first one to have like chain extension, like gold extension or some shit like that.
Oh wait, they want gold though. He just had like clips on his hair, right?
No, it wasn't
Am I
on his. No, this motherfucker had it in his scalp.
Yeah, I know you talking.
Okay, yeah, we're not talking about Tizo Touchdown. Yeah, it can't be Tizo Touchdown.
Like he said,
Was he black?
Was he black? I feel like he wasn't.
Okay.
Like that's not very. No offense, a very black
Yeah.
thing. Like,
mean,
like
putting
not
chains
like
on
a
you.
dark skinned black, but like a light skinned black person. I can understand.
Whoa. Turn the lights down, man.
I mean, it was because it's just like it just very like a light skinned thing to do. But I think he was white.
That was harsh.
I'm just from observation.
Come on, right here. Dance.
Yes, that
You
motherfucker
all
right
said it
there,
at the
yo.
same time. Wait, hold up. I
In
gotta
the
see.
hell?
You-
What is this?
he white, right?
hell
Yeah.
no.
Lord Jesus, you see that shit right there? He look like he might be Hispanic.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Or
some weird like
Middle Eastern or something.
like a Tasaki 6'9" kind of situation, whatever that is.
Most likely Hispanic. though. I mean, it's hard to say. I can't really see his face.
Boy, you see this foolishness?
That's so dumb as shit.
Man, I be looking at some shit on the internet like, if my grandma seen this shit right here, man.
I'll make sure I put that in the video so y'all can remember, because they're like, yeah, first rapper to do that. I don't remember hearing a single fucking song by him. No,
Everybody
now I'm
just
thinking
wants to
about it.
blow up off of doing some dumb shit.
Yeah, and like that lasted
how you
all of
do
like
it.
a week.
He's Mexican.
He
Mexican is wild in these days, man. First the cartel,
Tekashi.
now this shit.
6'9", bro.
Oh yeah, them
First the
say-
cartel.
the cartel.
we got a few more shits we got to stop. Is Lil Pump Mexican or is he
I'm pretty sure he is.
So we had the cartel.
I thought maybe he was
6'9",
like
Lil Pump, and then
El
this fucker.
Salvadorian?
It's very specific. Some sort of Hispanic. But
Yeah, I know he's Hispanic at least. Tekashi, that y'all took a L on that one. Mexican people. I'm sorry. I love Mexican people.
But they'd be like, oh, no, he was raised over there. He was raised where y'all at. Y'all fucked him up this way. If he were here, he'd be working in the cornfields.
Lil Pump, like, did he grow up in Texas? Because I feel like he
No,
did.
that's like where all the rappers,
That's
those Mexican little rappers come from, Texas.
Damn.
And like they're either Texas or in like
Texas does have a lot of Hispanic rappers though, for
yeah,
sure.
and like in that weird suburb in New York.
Weird.
Like they're like in the like there'd be like a Bronx rapper
Oh.
or something like that, and they're Spanish, but then where's Big Pun? Not Big Fun. Yeah.
Big
yeah,
Pun
Big Pun
and
Fat Joe, wherever he's, like that kind of, you like, He doesn't say niggas he
They
doesn't
from
say
South
it in his
Bronx,
music,
right?
but it's just weird.
South Bronx got a lot of Hispanic people,
I've never been
a
up
lot
to
of
New
Puerto
York.
Ricans.
Yeah, where they look they're so Hispanic, but they're kind of dark, so you kind of think they're light skinned, but you're like, you're not completely light skinned. You mix something.
They be letting that nigga fly.
It's
They
like,
be letting that nigga fly. What are you gonna do?
I mean, it's too late now.
Yeah.
They had a chance
What
to
you
ruin
gonna
him,
do?
but
Yeah.
I still think he's whack though. Big Pun, not Big Pun. Fat Joe's whack. Fat Joe's whack.
I thought you were saying Big Pun. We was gonna have
Nah.
to talk about that.
Nah,
Yeah,
that was I messed up. Fat Joe's
Okay.
whack.
All right.
He's corny.
Okay. I can.
He's like his whole character, man. It just doesn't turn off. He's just one person.
He's not big no more, so
Yeah,
it's
but he
kind
just,
of like.
it's like weird though. Now he's like unnecessarily aggressive. Like, let me tell you, he doesn't have to act that way. He got money now. Why is he still acting like he's still staying in that
That's
corner?
him.
Like, why? Why do you want to act like that? You should act like you got some fucking class now. You should
Ain't
get
got no
rid of
class,
that
that's
shit.
him.
You don't give a damn.
That's over.
Like-
That's over.
That's all he knows. If that's how he was making money his whole life, like, fuck it, why
Now
stop?
we living better now.
I
Coochie
refuse,
sweating
man.
now.
It just
I feel like Fat Joe
no.
shined a lot more back in the '90s and in like early 2000s.
yeah, definitely early 2000s, like 2000. But Pun died in 1 or 2.
Yeah, early 2000s for sure. Because he released.
Don't give me the line. My mama love Big Pun.
I mean, I went through a phase of listening to Big Pun just because I was so impressed with his lyrical ability and just like how complex his rhyme schemes were. I was like,
That's really what it is.
Yeah.
It's rhyme scheme.
I have never I hadn't heard an artist like that, and the fact that he was coming out in like the late '90s.
He really put on for Hispanic rappers for sure.
Yeah, they're like, oh, we can get in this game too.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think it's been another Hispanic rapper to really
Like the first
do it
line,
like Big Pun for sure.
Yeah.
Nah.
First line I can think of is the Little Italy line, like where he's like little diddle
Oh,
diddle diddle
dead in the
diddle
middle
diddle.
with Little Italy. Little did we know that we riddle. Yeah.
Yeah, yep. Like crazy, man.
Man.
So I want to ask one last thing before we can wrap this up. Can you talk about Black Feel, what that is?
Yeah, so Black Phil is a brand that I started in January of 2021. And initially, it started out as my way of incorporating my love for black people and black culture with my love for art and my love for just everything. I mean, just everything pertaining to art, like clothing, visual art, music. And, you know, I started printing my own clothes up, selling merch and stuff like that. And it was doing pretty well for a while, but now I just want to really like shift the focus a little bit more to focus more on the culture, because I feel like my merchandise wasn't as consistent with the, you know, with the motto that I had put down for, like, we want to progress culture through art and music. But I was a T-shirt with Black Field printed on it, gonna do that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So now I'm in a partnership with Movement for Black Lives to help school systems up in Vance, Granville, Franklin, Warren counties to make the transition to hybrid learning with online and in person, because that's a big financial burden for like a lot of the schools. And so that's what a lot of what we've been focusing on, as well as pushing this new campaign for Afro Retrofuturism, which is a newer art style that's been popularized now by artists like Solange, Janelle Monáe. You saw it back in the day a lot with like Sun Ra, Lonnie Liston Smith, so on and so forth. But we just really like organizing art galleries for that. I have a radio station that I'm starting up as well called 3000 FM.
Dang.
And
young entrepreneur.
Thank you, bro. I'm just like, really, at the end of the day, I'm just doing whatever I feel is tight, and Black Phil is my platform to do that. And yeah, that's Black Phil. I'm the only artist that works through Black Phil, but I have other homies that do shit with me as well. But it's not like a label where I have artists signed and, you know what I'm saying, yo, we dropping the next Black Phil out. No, it's just me as the artist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I figured it was like something along with like I knew it was like a brand because I'd seen the page on Instagram, but
Yeah.
I also noticed that under Sheeda's Black Baby in the like all the way at the bottom, it says Black Feel, so I wasn't sure if that was also
Yeah.
like a collective group or something that you.
Yeah, no, it's just me. It's just my platform that I choose to use to push all of my content through.
Cool.
You know what I'm saying? Circulate right back to me.
So you're working with the school systems in those places that you mentioned. Is there anything like that the people out there can look up and link up?
Yeah, for sure. If y'all want to go to blackfeel.com, BLKFEEL.com, we have a submission form on there where you can send an email talking about if you're interested. We don't have a direct link to donate money to the school because we do it anonymously. And through our merch sales, we take 50% of whatever we make to go towards the school system. But we definitely, I personally believe in directly giving people the link to do it themselves because I don't want it to be a thing where I'm like, oh, this is my brand and we did this. It's like I'm just passionate about my community and I want to open the opportunity for people to be aware of what's available, you know, for like how they can help. And then just direct them to how to, you know what I'm saying? But I don't do it through Blackfield per se. It's just more so me taking that lead on letting people know how they can help. But yeah, so people can donate. Y'all can donate money. These school systems need volunteers for after school programs and shit like that. Extracurricular activities for kids. If y'all have any connections with like leisure programs or extracurricular programs for kids, I would love to hear about that as well. So everything.
Got to tap in. Put that in the description. I'm sure
All
after this.
the
Appreciate
schools, like from grade 1 to high school, or what's that?
So just right now, just elementary and middle school, no high school.
Okay.
All right.
So K through 8.
What are middle schoolers into?
Porn.
Fortnite.
So we can
Porn
donate.
and Fortnite.
So you want us to donate our
I don't
porn?
want y'all to donate porn. I'm just being real. You should ask the question.
Like, cause now if you start getting donations for porn, there's a problem.
I'll tell you what it is. All right. These I mean, kids are into sports and shit like that, but I'm big on diversifying experiences for kids. So every nigga from Henderson play basketball or football, but you know who gonna teach these kids about like mixed martial arts or playing shit like lacrosse or fencing? Which, you know, if you went on a scholarship to school for like fencing, you probably get a full ride to a really good school.
and you get a little sword, man.
Oh yeah, nice
true.
little pokey
Like,
sword.
poke, bitch.
So I mean, all of these things, like anything that you feel like is something that is different and can be enriching for a child ages 4 through like 14 is it
Like a
would be
golf
well
team
appreciated.
going out for that to teach them about patience.
Golf, yeah,
Like,
and golf is a good social sport too when you're doing business, you know,
yeah, I'm all about golf on the VR system.
for sure.
On the VR system.
Not,
Yeah, bro.
not on the green.
No, too much walking.
Golf-
Even though I got this Apple Watch
Golf
now
cart.
and I can track my steps, I know it should be a good thing for me to do. But when you actually think about it, you're like, that hill though.
The only way golf is a sport is if you walk. Only way.
But then
I mean,
they track.
Golf is hard,
Yeah,
bro.
golf is hard.
Golf is hard, bro.
Even if you just teeing off at Top Golf, that shit is hard.
You ever been to Top Golf or fucking Drive Shack?
I have it. My dad
That
loves
shit
golf.
is hard.
It's hard.
bro.
And then, oh man, I couldn't turn my wrist.
My
Like,
homie broke the club. Dang. We didn't have to pay for it, luckily, but
We should go out and do that. Go to Top Golf.
That shit would be fun. That shit would be fun. I've only gone like once, but it was a while ago. So you gotta.
Get like a business expense.
Yeah, exactly. Tax write-off.
you know, at Drive Shack, typically when you go places like that, the food is not good.
It's not good at all.
But Drive Shack has some really good nachos.
Oh yeah.
And some really good wings.
So it's like the
too.
melted cheese, or it's like the fucking
yeah, it's
sprinkled.
melted cheese.
Yeah, because that would Top Golf. I asked for some. I asked them, is it gonna be melted? Like,
And they told you, yeah, they want melted.
yeah, this shit. Like, come on, I don't want no taco cheese in my fucking fries, bro. That ain't fucking real cheese.
Oh man.
Not my shit.
Nah, Drive Shack did it right, and they got everybody who was there that was eating was speaking highly of the food. So I think definitely,
Good food.
That's in
Right.
Raleigh. That's you.
huh?
That's here in Raleigh.
It's Raleigh.
Yeah, Drive Shack is in Raleigh.
I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yeah.
She put me on. Appreciate it.
For sure, always, bro.
Oh man,
Shit, so how you guys feeling?
pretty good.
Pretty good.
Learned
Think-
a lot. You know.
Definitely, yo. It was a fucking great conversation, man.
Yeah, bro. The time flew past, man. I ain't even recognize it was like 7:45. So.
And he was trying to go traditional with it. Tyler, got some questions for you. That fucking new show.
Hey,
Your name is Khalil Nasim. What does that mean? What does that mean?
Bro, I was trying to be on my Nardwar
Like
shit.
interrogator.
Yeah, is that, where you from? Why you like this? What dog you use?
Why you here?
That nigga creeps me out.
Why you here?
I swear.
Nigga, five top,
He knows
top
too
five
much.
rappers.
He's the CIA agent.
No, I can believe that. I can believe that
Man,
nigga's a
Devin,
CIA.
the CIA. We got
He
CIA
know he be
agent, a
doing
serial killer.
weird shit. He be doing weird shit.
For real. He knows too much.
I'm starting to crack his code a little bit though now with these more recent interviews because he'll like show a little bit of like I noticed he'll bring up an artist to another artist that person has sampled, like he did that with Tyler the Creator, and Tyler didn't know who the fuck he was talking about until he said like, you sample him on this record, da 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 da, and I'm like, oh, okay.
So he probably spoke to the dude.
But sometimes he be saying shit like your mom used to live, da da da, and I'm like, hold on, nigga.
You grew up on the third house on the left of this neighborhood.
I'm like, who
What
told
was
you
your
that?
experience?
Remember when you were walking in like 2017, that red shirt?
That red shit.
Like,
Where were you on the night
younger.
of December 4th, 2006?
I remember you going to the CVS to get you some, cough drops.
Come on now, let's not start beef with Nardwar. Like,
Man, fuck
might pull
Narwhal,
up.
nigga.
he might pull up.
Nah, I fucks with Narwhal. He's been a very consistent interview platform for a long time now. So you gotta respect the grind.
Thanks.
They got CIA agent. We got serial killer, man. It's wild.
Serial killer.
My boy Jay.
Prove it.
That's what's up.
You a serial killer?
Nah, you gotta watch the last episode.
All right, I watched the last episode.
Like, he's most likely to be, like, out of us, he's most likely to be one.
That's a compliment though, bro. It's in a lot of ways.
Like,
And you gotta be intelligent.
like he gives off this facade that, he's
I'm lying.
harmless.
You definitely don't.
Like,
Have to be.
if you don't want to get caught, you have to be intelligent. But you can't be overly intelligent. Like, there's intelligent and confident. Confidence, I think that's the one that can fuck you up the most. And I feel like you can always be intelligent.
Confidence or arrogance.
Yeah. So he's intelligent enough to show that the confidence is not factors. That's why I think he's a serial killer.
Dude.
Dude.
Well, guys, I think that's it pretty much. It's the tip. You can get on it,
Yo,
touch it, lick it.
lick me all over, Soul Sister Body Essentials. Don't play with your fucking self, man.
Or do play with yourself.
Get you some Soul Sister, then play with your fucking self. Then we got the Risen Lotus. I don't feel like pulling out my pocket. The Risen Lotus lip hydrating oil. Y'all gonna copy that as well.
You look still soft?
Yeah,
Devin, check.
that's fuck.
Oh my Cut it.
Deuces.
Turn to the Breakfast Club.
That nigga Charlamagne is wild.